So as you check in with yourself right now in this moment, do you feel like you've been listening to yourself today? As you check in, as you deepen in, do you feel like you've cultivated a conversation with the deep inner self of you, the inner sensations that tell you how you really feel about something? And are you making choices based on those sensations? On a very tangible level, am I doing things to hurt myself in this present time? And how do I gauge what is wellness in what I do, what is challenge in what I do, or what is not good in what I do? It's this really fine line between all of them. And so also in many other places, what ways are you cultivating wellness in your life right now? By listening to the inner sense of the feedback from yourself. So just deepen your breath again down into your belly, and as you deepen, just feel the edges of you, the full cacophony of sensations that arise that are you. The sensations of reaction to your day, the sensations of how we manage our day, the sensations of wellness or contraction or tightness, the sensations of strength or the sensations of vulnerability. How do all of them sit in you right now? And so on a scale of 1 to 10, as you sense into the deep of you, the full of you, where do you feel you are? So 10 is like unbelievably connected in a sense of flow with the deep of you and really able to navigate yourself. And then 0 is where you're really struggling with that. So where in that spectrum are you right now? 10 down to 0. And then from all the small, they're so randomly small, these sensations, from all the really random small sensations that you felt during your day to day, which one could you pick out? Just a tiny sensation where you go, in that moment, I could have done something differently. The last while I've been trying to do an internal audit that I check out every day on the places that I'm growing into or the places that I'm not, the places that I'm expanding into or the places I'm neglecting in myself. And so this internal audit of where am I in different spectrums is very, very interesting. It's great. So bending your knees, bringing your feet to stand. Feet are hip distance apart and flat on the floor. And so let's begin by deepening your breath down into your belly. And then pull your lower back down and flatten into the floor. And as you inhale, arch and breathe into your belly. So a really tangible way that we can listen to ourselves and respond accordingly is in our movement. So as you arch, are you moving and listening to yourself? And as you flatten down, are you cultivating an inner dialogue with yourself? So inhaling, arch, and exhaling, flattening down. Nice. Inhaling, arch. Exhaling, flattening down. Great. One more time. Inhaling, arch. Exhaling, flattening down. And then begin to roll up along your spine. So as you roll up along your spine, roll up along your spine, pushing deeply down into your feet. And then slowly, steadily roll down until you land down on the floor. And again, rolling up along your spine, rolling up, squeezing through your buttocks as you rise. And slowly, steadily rolling down until you land on the floor. And again, one more time, rolling up along your spine and then pause on the up Really draw your shoulders backwards, push your fingertips into the floor, push a bit deeper into the balls of your feet, and really feel like you're squeezing through your hips and you're lifting up through your hips. Nice, lower your hips down ever so slightly, just a little bit, and then walk your feet 1 inch closer together, so one little step in, and then lift your left foot off the floor and draw your left knee up towards your chest. Nice, and lower the left foot all the way down, push your hips up towards the ceiling, and then lift your right foot off the floor and draw your right knee up onto your chest, squeezing it deeply in. Lower your right foot to the floor, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, and then draw your left knee up towards your chest. And lower your foot to the floor, push your hips up towards the ceiling, and then draw your right knee up towards your chest. Squeezing deeply through the buttocks. One more time. Lift your left foot off the floor, pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Keep your hips high, and then lift your right foot off the floor, drawing your right knee up towards your chest. Nice. Lower your foot to the floor. Nice. Lower all the way down both bums. Lower all the way down to the floor, and then drop both knees down towards the right. And as you drop down towards the right, get a feeling into the sides of your waist, the deep of your hips. Come back up to center, and then dropping down towards the left. And just sensing into the deep of your hips, the full of your belly, and back up to center. And just rocking from side to side, getting a sense of your knees, your hips, your belly. Nice, and come all the way back to center. So both knees are bent, your feet are on the floor. Drop your arms straight out to the side, so your arms are like a cross. Both knees drop down towards the right, and then glide. So draw your right knee up towards your left knee up towards your right elbow. And then come all the way back, and then glide to the other side. Draw your right knee up towards your left elbow. And coming all the way back. Left knee towards your right elbow. And coming back, and then right knee towards your left elbow, and coming all the way back. Nice. Next time we're going to kick, so as you draw your knee over towards the right, kick out the left leg, so draw your left foot up in the direction of your right hand, and then come all the way back, and then when you drop your knees in the other direction, kick your right foot over towards the left, really just lengthening into the leg as you kick over. Nice. And then just rock from side to side, kicking your leg out, really feeling the deep of your shoulder anchoring into the floor as you rock from one side and as you rock to the other side. You're just feeling it into the body, feeling the length of your leg, the deep of your belly, the power of the kick. One more time each side as you rock from one side. And last side, and to the other side. Nice, and all the way back up to center. Super. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling, and just roll out through your ankles. So as you roll deeply out through your ankles, just get a sense of how your feet move, how your ankles roll, how the deep of your feet are moving in connection. And then roll in the other direction. Rolling, deepening, smoothing. Nice. Send your heels towards the ceiling. Point your toes towards the ceiling. Heels towards the ceiling. Toes towards the ceiling. One more time. Heels towards the ceiling. Toes towards the ceiling. Nice. So stretch both heels deeply up towards the ceiling, and then bring both arms along beside you. Sorry. Slowly lower your right leg down. Slowly lower your right leg down until it floats just above the floor. So your left leg is straight up towards the ceiling and your right leg is floating just above the floor. So stretch deeply out through both legs and anchor your lower back a little bit more into the floor. So begin to pull the lower belly backwards, begin to pull the mid belly backwards and the rib cage backwards. So you have a sense of really widening through the back of your body. Heels are stretching away from you, long into your legs. Nice. Change. Lower the left leg down until it floats just above the floor. Really strong and long into both legs as you stretch out long. as you elongate out. Heels surging away, draw your navel backwards. Nice, and come all the way back up to center. One more time. Drop your right heel down so it almost touches the floor, your leg is long. You can interlock your fingers around the left leg and pull it down towards you if you wish. So you're pulling your left leg towards you, you're stretching deeply through both legs, and you're pulling the deep of your navel backwards, the deep of the lower belly backwards. Nice, change. Stretch the left leg long so it floats just above the floor, and right leg you're pulling gently down towards you as you really lengthen into the backs of your legs, as you widen into the back of your pelvis. Nice, and then stretch both legs up towards the ceiling. Bend both knees and bring your feet into happy baby pose. So your happy baby pose, you can hold on to, so the palms of your hands are resting into the soles of your feet. You can hold on to your ankles, or if your feet are very far away, then you can hold on behind your knee with your hand, or hold on to the soles of your feet and just deepen down into your knees. So you're dropping your shoulders backwards into the floor, and as you do so, you're really widening into the pelvis and allowing the lower back to lengthen into the floor. Sinking, deepening, maybe allowing a depth of hips, lower back, belly. Nice, begin to straighten your right leg, lengthening it out. And then begin to straighten your left leg, lengthening it out. Right leg, keep your hand where it is, wherever it is. And then stretch your left leg out. Nice, one more time, stretch your right leg. And stretch your left leg. Nice. Stretch both legs straight up towards the ceiling and bend your right knee and hold on to it, and then draw your right knee, keeping your left leg exactly where it is. Draw your right knee out towards the right and then come back up to center. And again, draw your right knee out towards the right. Your right hand is on your right knee and you're opening your thigh out to the side. Your right knee is bent and come back up to center. And again, one more time, open the right knee out towards the right. And then lower your left leg down until it floats just above the floor. Nice. Lengthen the left leg straight up towards the ceiling, keeping your right knee out to the side. And then lower your left leg down until it floats just above the floor. And again, stretching your left leg straight up towards the ceiling. And then lower your left leg down until it floats just above the floor. So point through the left foot. And then draw a circle with the left leg. So as you circle with that left leg, anchor deeply down through the lower belly. Really draw your shoulders backwards and really stabilize. And then draw a circle in the other direction. Right knee is wide, you're lengthening into your inner thigh. Nice. Lift the left foot up until it rises straight up towards the ceiling. Draw the right knee back to center. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling. Bend the left knee and then open the left knee out to the side and then bring it back up to center. Nice. Open the left knee out to the side. You're really stabilizing through the belly. Feel how you have to anchor through the abdominal muscles and then come back up to center. Right, one more time. Open the left knee out towards the side and then lower the right leg down until it floats just above the floor. Nice. And then begin to swing. Stretch your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. And then lower your right leg down until it floats just above the floor. Stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then lower your leg down until it floats just above the floor. Nice. Point through your right toes. Draw a circle with your right leg. As you circle into your right leg, feel you're really stabilizing, but also your leg is super strong and long. How do you get really long and strong into that right leg? And then circle in the other direction. Nice. Center, stretch your right leg straight up. Draw your left knee back to center. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling. Nice. And come back into happy baby pose. So knees are wide, you're holding on to the soles of your feet and you're really sinking down through the backs of your knees or the backs of your shoulders. Widening through the deep of your pelvis. Really leaning into the deep of your inner thighs. Release your hands and then bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. And hold on to your ankles or interlock your fingers around your feet and pull your feet towards your belly. You're pulling your feet towards your belly and then draw your feet over your face. And then down towards your belly. And then feet over your face and then maybe up towards the floor above your head a little bit. And then face and then down towards your belly and then begin to swing from your belly to the floor over the top of your head. So you're trying to keep the soles of your feet touching a little bit. And as you rock up and down, just get a sense of how do you listen to your body, how do you adjust and really hear what your body needs. Nice. Pause when your feet are over your face and then pull your feet down towards your face. And gently rock from side to side. And as you rock, just feel the deep of your belly, and the deep of your hips, the full of the lower back. Nice, draw your heels down towards your belly and rock from side to side here. Rocking, easing, lengthening, stretching. Super. So bend your elbows and bring your elbows to the tops of your knees. So it's like you're resting your elbows just on the tops of your knees. So the points of your elbows are meeting the points of your knees. And then push the points of your elbow into the points of your knees. And then try and draw a circle with your elbows and your knees into butterfly knees. So your knees are going to widen and then your knees are going to come towards each other. But you have to keep the elbows and the knees touching so you can't lose the connection of your elbows and your knees together. So you're trying to do mini butterfly knees. So knees widen, circling, knees come together. And so my shoulders are trying to roll in this circle that's really kind of tricky for them. And then try and draw the circle in the other direction with your knees and your elbows staying in contact the whole time. Nice, bring the soles of your feet together. Keep your elbows and your knees in contact. And then bring your knees together and your feet apart. Bring your feet together, your knees apart. So the soles of your feet are touching. And then bring your knees together and try and bring your feet as wide apart as you can. Keep your elbows stuck onto your kneecaps. Nice, one more time. Feet together, knees apart. And then knees together, feet apart. Nice. Keep your right elbow glued to your right knee. And then stretch your left leg long. Keep pushing your right elbow into your right knee. Come back up to center. Push your left elbow, left knee. Keep them really connected. Stretch your right leg long until it floats just above the floor. And coming all the way back up. Nice. Release your legs and just lower both feet to the floor. Drop both knees down towards the right. Feel that through the front of your belly. Come back up to center and then drop both knees down towards the left. And come back up to center. Nice. So lift both feet in the air. And so we're going to do some knee twisting. So bring your left leg a little bit away from you. So your left foot is just above the floor. And bring your right knee a little bit more towards you. So your right knee is coming up towards your chest. So your two legs are staggered. And then bring your right foot across until you rest your right foot on the top of the left knee. And then squeeze your left knee towards you. And really feel that through the deep of your right buttock as you pull with your leg effort, your left knee towards you. And then ease off the stretch. And again, draw your left knee towards you. That's going to pull your right foot in. And then ease off. And one more time. And draw your left knee towards you. And relax. Great. Other side. Let your right leg move away. Let your left knee move towards you. And then bring your left foot across to rest on top of your right knee. Nice. Anchoring your left foot on top of your right knee. Draw your right knee towards you. And then let your foot move away. Let your right knee move towards you. And away. Let your right knee move towards you. And away. Now you're going to swing from one side to the other. So left foot moves away. Bring your right foot to rest on top of your left knee. Squeeze it in. And then right foot away. Bring your left foot to the top of your right knee. Squeeze it in. And just continue from side to side. Really feel like you're using the deep of your abdominal muscles to pull in. And then change. Pull in. Change. One more time. Pull in. And then come back to center. Nice. Bring both feet to the floor. And stretch both legs long out. So you're lengthening out the right leg. You're lengthening out the left leg. And drop your arms overhead. So when you drop your arms overhead, your ribs will pop a bit up towards the ceiling. So pull your rib cage backwards. So as you pull your rib cage backwards, get a sense of really drawing the rib cage backwards and then let it relax. And then lift your rib cage up so that you're almost trying to lift your spine a bit more off the floor. And then pull your rib cage and your lower back backwards. And so really feel like how flat can I make the back of my body to the floor when my legs are straight? And then keeping your legs straight and your arms straight, how much of my spine can I arch off the floor by using my rib cage and really flaring it upwards? So just do that a few times. Pull your rib cage and your lower back backwards. And then arch your lower back and lift your rib cage up towards the ceiling. So it's like we're doing a huge pelvic tilt, but it's also the spine up as far as the shoulders that's been included. So flattening down deeply, and then arching, and flattening down deeply, and then arching. Nice, so flattening down deeply and connect to the front of your rib cage. So maybe bring your hands just for a moment to the front of your rib cage. So just a few times let your rib cage lift and then draw it down, let your rib cage lift and then draw it down, and one more time, let your rib cage lift and pull it down. So keep it pulled down, and now reach your arms overhead, but keep your rib cage pulled down. Don't let your rib cage lift. Keep it pulling back, and then slowly lift your right knee up until it floats directly over your knee. Your right knee up to directly over your hip, and then lift the left knee up so it's directly over the left side. And then pull your lower belly into the floor. So the area just above your pubic bone is where we're going to focus on. So pull the lower belly backwards, and then pull your navel backwards, and then pull your rib cage backwards. Slowly lift your hands up until your hands touch your kneecaps. Pull the lower belly, the rib cage, and the lower belly backwards. So really three areas: rib cage, navel, and lower belly. And then keeping that connected, really slowly lower your arms overhead. But don't let your belly open. You're keeping your belly really closed. Slowly lift your arms straight up until they come up to your knees. And then keeping your belly really connected, lower your arms down until the backs of your hands come to the floor. But you're not letting your rib cage lift, you're not letting your belly move. Nice. And again, bring your fingers all the way up, your hands all the way up until you touch your knees. And then lower your arms down until your arms come to rest on the floor. Bring your arms up until they're straight up over your shoulders. And then slowly, keeping that lower belly engaged, keeping your rib cage engaged, lower your toes down and tap the floor. And then come back up. But don't let your belly open. You're keeping the muscles engaged. And again, keeping the lower belly, navel and rib cage connected. Lower your toes down, touch the floor. And then coming back up. Keep your belly engaged. And again, lowering down, toes touch the floor. And coming all the way up. Nice. We're going to do arms and legs. So not about any big movement, it's really slow and controlled movement. So really slow and controlled, keep your rib cage, navel and lower belly connected. And then come all the way back up. And again, do that a few times, keeping the lower belly, navel, rib cage really strong. And come back up one last time. Lower belly, navel, rib cage. And coming all the way up. Squeeze your knees towards you. And rock from side to side. As you rock from side to side, as you ease from side to side, just get a sense of the back of your body, the rib cage. Nice. And again, Bring your knees directly over your hips and stretch your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Connect the deep lower belly, the navel, and then the rib cage to the floor. And then lower both of your arms, both of your knees down. Touch the floor. And then come back up. And again, lower both arms, both knees down. And come back up. So bend your elbows until your elbows are touching and your forearms are touching and your palms are in a prayer. So it's like your elbows are kind of mirroring your knees a little bit. And then widen your arms out, keeping the lower belly, the rib cage and the navel connected. Lower your arms out until you're lying on the floor with your arms in cactus, they call this. Or it looks like you're being arrested with your arms. And then bring your elbows all the way back up until your elbows touch and your palms come together. Keep the belly all the time on. Slowly lower your arms out until your elbows and your back of your hands land on the floor. And then come all the way back up. We're going to do the same with our knees. Let your knees widen until they come to the point where your inner thighs tell you that's enough. Come back up to center. Keep your lower belly connected. And now we're going to do arms and knees. So widen your arms, widen your knees. And come back up. So do that 2 or 3 times, keeping the sense of the navel, the lower belly and the rib cage really connecting backwards as you kind of do this frog movement. Both arms widening, both knees widening. Nice. So we're going to do one, kind of wrecks my head this one, it's amazing. So drop your right arm and left knee out to the side. So opposites. And then come back up to center. And then drop your left arm, right knee out to the side. Might be my dyslexia that makes it really hard. Maybe it's very easy for you guys. And come back up to center. Right arm, left leg out to the side. Come back up to center. And then left arm, right leg. Keep your lower belly, navel and rib cage connected the whole time. Back up to center. Nice. Lower both feet to the floor. And just do the gliding kicking twist. So drop both knees down to the side and then kick your right leg all the way, left leg, all the way up towards the right foot. Come all the way back and then kick the left leg or right leg all the way over towards the left. Sorry about that. And then all the way back. One more time each side, over towards the right. Kick the left leg all the way over. And coming back. And then dropping down towards the left, kick the right leg over. And coming all the way back. Nice. Both feet to the floor. Push both feet into the floor and slowly begin to roll up along your spine. So as you roll up, you're pushing down into both feet. You're lifting deeply up through your hips and you're really pushing upwards through your hips and you're lengthening. So that area of the lower belly that we were engaging, you're stretching it out. The navel, we're stretching it out. And the rib cage, we're stretching out. Nice, and slowly lower all the way down and land on the floor. Super cool. So rolling over onto your side and coming all the way up into a cat position. So your knees are on the floor and then your hands are underneath your shoulders. Grab the floor with your fingertips and then engage that lower belly like we did before. So engage that area just beneath your just above your pubic bone, and then draw your navel towards your spine, and then draw your rib cage towards your spine, and then lengthen your spine into a neutral spine. So you're not up, you're not down, you're just trying to be really long, but the front of your belly is really strong. Nice. And then slowly, keeping that sense of engagement in the navel, lift your chest and look forward. So you're not just dropping your belly, you're keeping the muscles connected, and then round your back. And look towards your navel. Try to keep the deep of your belly connected. And then arching your back. We have to move kind of slowly, and it kind of moves jerkily as I move from one to the other, as I try and keep the different parts of my navel connected, different parts of my belly connected. So as you move from arching into rounding, how do you move deeply? Using the navel, using the belly. Nice. And then come to center, find the lower belly, navel and the rib cage again. And then bend your elbow kind of into that position that we were in a moment ago, where your elbow is bent and it's in front of your chest and your hand It's kind of like in a prayer position. And then just bring your right elbow straight out to the side until your elbow is straight out from your shoulder and your hand is floating kind of like a little hovercraft straight out from there. And then drop your elbow down until it's straight in front of your chest. And again, lift your right elbow up. So it's just opening like a door out to the side and then drop it down. Nice, one more time. Open your right elbow out like a door swinging and then bring it down. Nice, bring both hands to the floor. Other side, left side. So bend your left elbow, your palm is open, your elbow straight under your chest, and then open your left elbow out to the side like a door swinging open. And then bring your elbow down until it's straight in front of your shoulder. And again, swing your elbow wide. And then down. Keep your navel on, keep your mid belly on, keep the rib cage on. And one more time, pull your elbow out to the side. And then down. Nice, both hands on the floor. Great, so lift your right knee, let it hover off the floor. Really grab the floor with your fingers. And then lift the right knee straight out towards the right. Like a door swinging out to the right. And then bring it down. And just do that a few times. Right knee out to the right, straight out. And then down, and one more time. Right knee to the right. And down. Nice, other side. Left knee to the left. Where does it go? Lowering down. Left knee to the left. And down, and one more time. Left knee to the left. And down. So we're going to combine some of those movements. So we'll see how it goes. No idea. So bend your right elbow so your hand is in front of your face and your elbow is directly under your shoulder. Lift your left knee off the floor and then slowly let your left elbow travel out to the side and your right knee to the side as well. Swing them both back in until they're floating just underneath you. And again, lift the right elbow out to the side on your left knee, opposite elbow and knee. And coming down, not quite if I said that right, but anyways. And again, right elbow, left knee. And coming all the way down. Great, both hands to the floor, just roll out through your shoulders. Heavy work on the shoulders is rolling in a deep circle. And then roll in the other direction. Circling. Circling. Nice, other side. Bend your left elbow so your hand is open, your elbow's underneath your shoulder. And then open your right knee out towards the right. And then bring it back. Open your right knee towards the right with your left elbow going out. And then bring it back. And then open your right knee to the right, elbow to the left. And coming all the way down. Super cool. Roll your shoulders again, big circles. Nice. Bring your hands as wide as your mat. And then try and get your nose as close to the floor as you can. And then push away. Round your back, look towards your navel. And then try and bring your nose as close to the floor as you can. Push away. Round your back, look towards your navel. And again. All the way down, nose as close to the floor as you can. Round your back, look towards your navel. One last time. Nose as close to the floor as you can. Round your back and look towards your navel. So the last movement we're going to try and bring it to a next stage. So bend your right elbow and lift your left knee off the floor. Bring your right elbow out to the side, bring your left knee out to the side. And now try and straighten your right arm so it's straight out. And then try and straighten your left leg so it's straight out. So there you're like a little zoom. And then reach your right arm straight forward and your left leg straight back. Nice. And then bend your right elbow, bend your left knee. And let them touch underneath you. Bring both hands to the floor. We'll try the other side. So bend your left elbow. So your elbow is directly underneath you. Your hand is open. Lift your right knee off the floor. And then lift your left elbow out to the side. Your right knee out to the side. And then straighten your arm, straighten your leg. Out to the side. And then straighten them both. So left arm goes forward, right leg goes back. And then bend your left elbow, bend your right knee, and let them touch. And bring both hands back together. Nice. Come rest down into your child's pose. So let your shoulders rest. So just coming down, whatever way you do. So either resting your head down on your arms, or bringing your arms back in some way that you can really rest them or open them. Super. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing back into your cat pose. And then push all the way back into your downward dog. So as you push back into your downward dog, just have a sense of really lengthening back through your legs and pushing back into your heels, and find the stretch through your body. So how would you stretch into your forearms and into your armpits? Like, what would be a way that you would connect into them? How do you find them? You know, what do you do? How would you stretch into your shoulder blades, into the rib cage? What do you do to feel that you're mobilizing or connecting? I read this quote the other day, and I guess I would agree to it. If something's feeling uncomfortable and you're either not moving it enough or you're moving it too much. And so it's that happy balance in our bodies. You know, sometimes we overuse something, or sometimes we underuse something. So try and find the balance of how do you meet your rib cage in wellness and in motion. How do you meet your belly, your hips, your waist? How do you move your body to really connect in? Down to your legs, your calves, your thighs, your feet. How do you mobilize and stretch into them? Super. Stretch the left leg up and back behind you. And then bend the left knee and draw the forehead to your knee and your knee to your forehead. Stretch the left leg up and back behind you. And then bend your knee, draw your forehead to your knee and your knee to your forehead. And again, stretch the left leg up and back behind you. And then bend your knee, draw your forehead to your knee and your knee to your forehead. Good. Lower your left foot to the floor. Stretch your right leg up and back behind you. Bend your knee, draw your forehead to your knee and your knee to your forehead. Stretch your right leg up and back behind you. Bend your knee, draw your forehead to your knee and your knee to your forehead. One more time. Stretch the right leg up and back behind you. Bend your knee, forehead to your knee, knee to your forehead. Nice. Walk yourself forward until your feet are forward, your hands are forward, until you're resting into your forward bend. So walking yourself into your forward bend. Have your, you can cross your elbows if you wish. You can do whatever you need to do and just rest forward and really feel like you're forward folding over your belly or over your thighs, with your belly near your thighs. Your knees are bent as much as they need to be. Or you just feel like you're finding your forward fold. Bend one knee a little bit. Bend the other knee a little bit. Bend both knees a little bit. Stretch both legs. Bend one knee a little bit. Bend the other knee a little bit. Bend both knees. Stretch both legs. Nice. Bring your hands to the floor in front of you and begin to walk your hands out forward, as far forward as you can, and come rest into a kind of a plank pose kind of thing. Leg is straight, both legs are straight, and then walk yourself back until your hands are back near your feet. Forward folded, nice. And again, walk your hands forward, walking your hands forward. And as far forward until you come to a plank kind of thing. And then walking yourself back and stretching back. And finding the length of the back of your bum. Nice, one more time. Walking yourself forward. And then walking yourself back. Super cool. So from here, standing all the way up, and come to stand at the front of your mat with your feet at the front of your mat with your arms beside you. We're going to do a sun salutation type thing. Cool. So hold on a minute. Yes, so standing in front of your mat. So reach your arms wide and extend your arms up towards the ceiling, reaching up and looking up. Now, bending your elbows, bending your knees, coming all the way down. Bring your hands to the floor. And then round your back and look towards your navel, or draw your forehead down towards your knees. And then bring your hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. Nice. Stepping the right foot back, so your right leg is back. And from here, just pause for a moment in your lunge. So your left foot is forward beside your left hand and your right leg is long behind you. And just leaning into your lunge, having a sense of that area, the lower belly, the mid belly and the rib cage pulling up into your spine. Nice, stepping back with your left foot back into a plank. So both legs are straight and you're really long and strong into your body. Just feel the push of your hands and the length of your body. Nice. And then dropping both knees to the floor. Throw your belly down to the floor. And bring your fingers wide until they're either side of your chest on the wide of your mat. Tuck your chin in and slowly begin to rise up. As you rise, lifting up through the chest and then looking forward. Nice, tuck your chin in, push your hands into the floor beside you. Push back into a cat pose. And then push all the way back into your downward dog. So as you push back into your downward dog, find the length of you, the stretch of you, the full deep of the pelvis, of your hips. And then turn your toes towards the right and sit your left bum down. Then touch the floor. Come all the way back up. And then turn your toes towards the left and sit your right bum down. And come all the way back up. Great. Turn your toes towards the right. Sit your left bum down. Super cool. Come all the way back up. And then turn your toes towards the left. Sit your right bum down. And coming all the way up. Great. So from here, lift the right foot up and swing it forward till you come into your lunge position with your right foot forward in front of you. No, forward beside you, beside your right hand. From here, reach your right hand as far forward as you can and drop your head down in the direction of the floor. So your left leg is long behind you, your right knee is bent, and you're reaching long into your right fingers. And then lift your right hand off the floor till your arm is beside your ear, and then just open your chest. Keep your arm glued to the side of your ear, and open your chest so you're looking towards the right with your chest and your arm beside your ear. And now lift your arm up towards the ceiling, and then turning your palm, bring the back of your hand to rest onto your lower back. Nice. Lift your hand straight up towards the ceiling. And then turning your palm, bring your arm down to glue it beside your head. And then turn your chest towards the floor and drop your fingers down as far forward as you can. Drop your head to the floor. One more time for that. Lift your arm up until it's beside your ear. Turn your chest. So there's no movement in your shoulder. You're just turning your chest. And then lift your arm up towards the ceiling. Drop your arm down behind your back. Lift your arm straight up towards the ceiling. Drop your arm forward by turning your chest. Bring both hands to the floor. And from here, step the left foot forward, but to the outside of the left hand. Pause there. Your feet are wider than your hands. And just kind of squeeze yourself a little bit with your knees and sit your bum down a little bit. So you're in a kind of a squatting position, kind of. Nice. Bring your elbows to your knees and then walk your feet till they're closer together. Nice. And then just releasing your hands and slowly rolling up. Reaching up towards the ceiling, rising up, looking up. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Cool. Release your arms, reaching up towards the ceiling, reaching up, looking up. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down until your hands come to the floor. Rounding your back, tuck your chin in till your forehead comes to your knees. And then hands to your shins, lifting your chest and look forward. Nice. Hands to the floor, step your left leg long behind you. So if you step the left leg long behind you, really just lengthen into the deep of your hips as you stretch into your lunge. Open through the belly, pull your lower belly, the lower navel, and the rib cage towards the deep of your spine. So you're widening into the lower back as you engage the front of your belly. Nice. Step back into a plank. Both legs are long, you're strong into your hips, you're really strong into both of your arms. Super. Drop both knees to the floor and lower your belly all the way down until you come to the floor. Bring your fingers as wider than your mat. Tuck your chin in and slowly begin to roll up. So as you roll up, feel the opening through the hips, opening through the belly, looking forward as you lift your head. Nice. Hands slowly rolling down. Hands come to land on the floor either side of your chest. Tuck your chin in and pushing back into a cat pose. And then all the way back into a downward dog. And have a bit of a wiggle. Nice. And then turn your toes towards the right and sit your left bum down. Come all the way back up. And then turn your toes towards the left, sit your right bum down. Come all the way back up. Toes towards the right, sit your left bum down. All the way back up. And then toes towards the left, sit your right bum down. And all the way back up. Nice. From here, step the left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Nice. And then from here, reach your left hand as far forward as you can. So your left hand is far forward, and then bring your left hand up until your left arm is beside your left ear, and then open your chest towards the left. So you're in your lunge position. And then open your left arm back and spiral your arm until your hand comes to rest into your lower back. Nice. And then lifting your arm up, let it spiral until all the way beside your ear. And then turn your chest, looking down towards the floor. Let your fingers touch the floor. And again, lift your arm so it glues beside your ear. Open your chest and spiral your arm backwards. Really feeling how do I roll my shoulder to get it all the way back behind me. And then lifting it up. Spiraling, arm beside your ear. Turn and look towards the floor. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Last time. Lift your arm up beside your ear. Spiral your chest, looking towards the left. Spiral your arm, bring it down behind your back. And then reaching all the way up. All the way forward. Both hands to the floor. And then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And just pause there for a moment. Both feet are wider than both of your hands. Nice. And then releasing your hands, bring your feet a bit closer, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe a little bit. And then slowly rolling up, rounding all the way up, reaching your arms wide and extending all the way up towards the ceiling. Palms come down in front of your chest. Nice. And again, reaching all the way up and wide, lengthening. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down, hands to the floor, forehead to your knees, hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. Great, step your right foot all the way back, and from here, with your right leg all the way back, turn the left foot at a 45-degree angle. And then pushing down into both hands, so you're in the lunge position with your legs. This one is going to be hard for me to explain, so lunge position with your legs. And then rising up with both of your arms, reaching up and looking up. So your left foot is forward, your right leg is back behind you, and you're reaching up and looking up towards the ceiling. Nice. Keep your legs as they are, lower down until your arms are back beside your ears. Oh no, arms are back beside your hips. And then reach your arms again up towards the ceiling, reaching up and looking up, opening up through your chest. So your left foot is forward, right leg is back, and you're in a deep lunge, reaching backward. Nice, one more time. Lowering all the way down. Feel the deep of your hips as you reach your fingers back towards your hips. And then surge, reach your fingers along the floor, extending up towards the ceiling. And get super long up towards the ceiling. Just feel like you're opening, you're stretching, you're really finding the deep of your belly, the full of your body. Feel the gesture of reaching solid into your legs. Nice. And then slowly lowering down, bring both hands either side of that front leg, the right leg, step back into your plank pose. Nice, push back into your downward dog. Pause there for a moment. Super. And then step your right foot forward to the front of your mat. And then step your left foot forward to the front of your mat. Slowly rolling up. Rising up, reaching up towards the ceiling. Nice. And bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down, bring your hands to the floor, round your back, forehead to your knees. And lifting your chest, arching your back as you bring your hands to your shins. Nice. Round your back, step the left foot back. So your left foot is now back behind you and your left leg is long. Turn the back foot, the left foot at a 45-degree angle. And then reaching your fingers long, rising up and reaching up. Rising up and reaching up, leaning a little bit back. Nice. Slowly coming down, bring your fingers to the floor and reach your arms back until they reach back towards your hips. And then rising up, reaching deeply up through your body. Nice. And again, slowly reaching down, bring your fingers back towards your hips. And then rising up, reaching up and lengthen. So find the full of you, like connect into your legs, the strength of your legs, the reach of your fingers, the deep of your belly. Nice. And coming all the way down, both hands to the floor. Step back into a plank. Push back into a downward dog. Step your left foot forward, step your right foot forward, and slowly rolling up, reaching up towards the ceiling, arms reach wide, palms come together in front of your chest. Nice, one more time, reaching wide, extending up towards the ceiling, bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down, hands to the floor, round your back, draw your forehead down towards your knees, and then hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. Nice, step your right foot back. So as you step your right foot back, your left foot is forward still. Drop your right knee to the floor. And then you're going to rise with your right hand, both hands up towards the ceiling, reaching up. And then drop your left hand down behind you. And then dive with your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. So you're going to twist. So your right elbow, and then bring your two hands together if you wish into a twist. So your left knee is forward, your right elbow is anchored onto your left knee. And you're twisting towards the left with your torso. You can keep the back knee bent, the right knee bent, or you can straighten the right leg long. See what's right for you. So you're bending towards the, twisting towards the right, no, towards the left, sorry. Twisting towards the left, your palms are together perhaps. You're really lengthening into the right side of your body. Your right leg perhaps is lengthening, perhaps not. See how it is. And just really find the deep of the twist. For me, the twist always deepens as I exhale, as I sink into it. You want to drop your back knee down and go a bit deeper. So sometimes we can push with our left hand to let our right elbow go a bit deeper. You can look back towards the left, back towards your left, your feet behind you, or back over the left shoulder. Really elongate through the rib cage as you do that. A few more deep breaths, really settling into it. Reaching, deepening, breathing. Nice. To come out, just unlock that right elbow, bring both hands to the floor, and step back into a plank pose. Push back into your downward dog. Step the right foot forward, step the left foot forward. Slowly rolling up through your spine, reaching up towards the ceiling, reaching up, rising up. And bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down, last side. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. Nice. Step the left foot back, so the right foot is forward. Right, so you can drop your left knee to the floor, rise up through both arms, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then reach your right arm behind you, so it tucks in behind you, and then drop your left elbow down to the outside of your right knee. And you can bring both palms together into a prayer position if you wish, or keep your right hand behind you if you wish. You can stretch the back leg if you wish, and see what you need to do. And just get deeper, like how do you stretch a bit more into your twist? How do you settle into this? Nice, so you can go a bit deeper by pushing your right hand into your thigh and letting your elbow drop a bit more. So maybe deepen yourself into your twist and maybe look back towards your right hip, over your right shoulder, down along the front of your body. Draw that little right shoulder back. Really sinking into it a little bit deeper. Super cool. To release, find your way out, bring both hands to the floor, step back into your plank pose, and then just pause in your downward dog and just pushing back to both arms, both legs. Just feel your rib cage after those twisty bits. Sometimes it's very nice to find the deep of your rib cage, the length of you. Nice. And then bring your bum to the floor and stretch your legs out long in front of you. Cool. So your legs are stretched out in front of you. Both legs are straight. You're sitting tall. And then just feel the deep of you. How do you settle your bum onto the floor? How do you find the length of your spine? So then reaching your fingers forward, reaching them all the way up towards the ceiling, elongate, looking up, reaching up. And slowly lower your hands down until your hands come to rest either side of your either side of your feet or your thighs or your knees, and drop your head down in the direction of your knees. Walk both hands over towards the right side and just pause there. And then walk both hands over towards the left side and just pause there. As well, both hands over towards the right and go further around the corner to the right, and then drop your head down there. So you're trying to like almost bring your hands over towards the right as far as you can, and then try and do a forward bend over towards the right. But your bum is still on the floor. You're just side bending and forward bending at the same time. And then in the other direction, bring both hands over towards the left, and then drop your head down. Nice. Bring both hands forward again and just glide out between your feet and just see how far you can touch. Like, can you see physically where, like if you bounce a bit, how far can you go? Or can you push one hand a bit further or the other hand a bit? Like, how far can you reach with your fingers? And maybe one hand reaches, maybe the other hand reaches. Just really feel a tangible sense of elongation or stretching through one side and then the other side. One side and then the other side. Nice. And then both sides. And then come all the way up. Nice. So come lie on your belly. So the legs are straight. And come lie all the way down. So we're in a full forward bend there. And now we're going to come just lie on our bellies with our elbows bent and your head resting on the backs of your hands. And just let your legs be straight. Position your hips in whatever way feels the most comfortable right now. And just find that sense of where are my hips and how do I settle them? Where's my rib cage? Where's my chest, my elbows? Notice how we kind of put up with a certain level of kind of squishiness, but you can place yourself a little bit better and notice how that is. And now try and lift, see, feel a little bit that you have this bony place of ribs just at the very bottom of your ribs. So maybe feel if you can sense the lower part of your rib cage. Nice. And then try and lift it off the floor by pulling it up into your body and then let it relax. And again, try and lift it off the floor. It's like you round your chest forward a little bit and then drop down. And then how would you lift your belly off the floor? You're not going to, but how would you imagine that you could lift just your navel off the floor? Notice how you push your feet a bit into the floor and you round through the belly and then relax. Nice. So bring your hands so they're straight forward in front of you, so your arms are either side of your ears. And then lift your toes off the floor, lift your hands and forehead off the floor. And now pull your hands back so that your hands are in that position where we were earlier, where your elbows are straight out from your shoulders and your palms are either side of your face, as such, or either they're facing the floor like it's cactus pose or a rested pose. Nice. And then pull your elbows back even more and let that pulling back of your elbows lift your chest. So the squeezing back of your elbows lifts your chest. And then reach your arms out forward, and as you reach forward, let your head drop down. So do that a few times. Pull your elbow back, both elbows, let that lift your chest. And then as you reach your arms forward, let that lengthen your chest, drop your head down. And again, pull your elbows back, let that lift your chest. And then as you reach forward, let that drop you down. And again, pull your elbows back, lift your chest. And then reach your fingers forward, lengthening out. And again, pull your elbows back, lift your chest, and then lengthening out, stretching out. One last time. Pull your elbows back, lift your chest, pausing there. Your toes are off the floor, your hands are hovering off the floor, your elbows and shoulders are pulled backwards. And then just let your hands rest exactly where they are. And then feel like you're pushing the front of your pelvis into the floor, and ever so gently push a little bit into the floor with your hands. And slowly lowering down, bend your elbows, drop your head onto your hands. Nice. Stretch both arms long. We're just going to do one side. So lift both hands off the floor. Lift your toes off the floor, but only bend your right elbow. So bend your right elbow, pull it way back, and let that lift the chest by pulling your right elbow back. And then reaching your right arm forward. Let your head touch the floor, let your fingers touch the floor. And then lift your hands off the floor. Pull your left elbow back, and let that lift your chest as you pull your left elbow back. And then reaching out. And again, pull your right elbow back. And then forward. And then pull your left elbow back. And forward. One more time, both sides. So pull both elbows back and just pausing there, really pulling back as deep as you can, lifting your head as much as you can. And lowering all the way down, drop your head, drop your feet to the floor. Let your bum shake from side to side. Nice. So bend both knees so your knees are on the floor and your hips are flat. And then lift your right knee off the floor. Lowering it down, lift the left knee off the floor. And lowering it down, lift the right knee off the floor. Lowering down, lift the left knee off the floor. Now lowering down. One more time each side. Right knee off the floor. Lowering down, left knee off the floor. Lowering down, we're going to try both. Both knees off the floor. And lowering down. So we're going to try both knees and your arms, and that's the last bit of this. So reach both arms long in front of you. Drop your head to the floor. Lift both knees off the floor. Lift your hands off the floor. And then pull your elbows back, keeping your knees off the floor. And when you feel that sense of really squeezing your elbows back and your knees are lifted. Nice. Lower your head down and just shake your bum from side to side. Super. So bring your hands so that your hands are wider than your mat. And then stretch your right arm long out to the side. And then bend your left knee and try and imagine that your left foot is going to come all the way up to your right hand. So you're going to bring it, swing it all the way over behind you. So I'm lying on the right side of my body and my left foot is swinging up towards my right hand. And then come all the way back. And then bend both elbows. Stretch your left arm out to the side. Bend your right knee. And imagine that your right foot's going to come over towards your left hand. And come all the way back. Bend both elbows. So swing. Straighten your right arm. Swing your left foot over towards your right hand behind you. And all the way back. So see if you can actually flow. It's a bit like the gliding twist, but we're upside down and back to front. So can you stretch one arm long and glide the foot towards the straight arm, bend both elbows, stretch one arm long, glide the foot towards the straight elbow. So it's the opposite foot that's swinging over. You can straighten your legs up. Actually, I'm doing it with both knees bent the whole time. You can do that. Or you can have your legs straight between. And just see what's right. My head is floating off the floor the whole time. I can look towards the bent hand or I can look towards the straight hand. Really see which way suits you as you swing your leg in one direction and as you swing your leg in the other direction. One more time each side. Swing. You feel the opening through the belly. And swing. Nice. Cool. Super. So rolling over onto your back. Have your knees bent with your feet flat on the floor. And then flatten your lower back down into the floor. And arching, breathing into your belly. And again, flatten your lower back down. And arching, breathing into your belly. Nice, one more time. Flatten your lower back down. And arching, breathing into your belly. Super. Push your feet down into the floor. Lift your hips up off the floor. So really lifting up through your hips, rising up through your hips. And then reach both hands straight up towards the ceiling. So your fingers are rising upwards and your hips are pushing upwards. and really have a sense of that through the body. How do you push deeply up through your hips? How do you reach up through your fingers? And then really draw your spine long. So how would you create this like amazing snake-like spine? Just feel that. How do you do that? How do you really lengthen and stretch into the deep of your spine? Feeling that, for me there's always this like S-like curve as I reach my arms upwards. It's like my shoulders round a bit more and my spine kind of swerves a bit more into the spine, into the lower back. Nice, and then dropping your bum all the way down to the floor. Stretch your left leg long, draw your right knee in towards you, squeeze it in. Your left leg is resting on the floor, squeeze your right knee towards you. Push both elbows into the floor and draw your left knee, or your right knee over towards the left. So you're twisting over towards the left with your right knee. And just feel that through the deep of your hips. And then come back up to center. And then drop your knee again down towards the left. You can have your elbows really strong, it's very nice. And then back up to center. And one more time. Knee over towards the left. And back up to center. Change. Draw the left knee up towards you, stretch the right leg long. Anchor down into your elbows, really strong into that right heel. And then twist your left knee over towards the right. And come back up to center. Left knee over towards the right. Back up to center. And one more time, left knee over towards the right. And back up to center. Next time we're going to hold it. So draw your right knee up towards you. Stretch your left leg long. And draw your right knee over towards the left. And this time bring your left hand to hold on to your right knee. And deepen into the twist by really pulling your right knee over. Lengthen out through that right arm and turn your head and look down along your right arm as you twist deeply towards the left with your right knee. All the way back. Change. Draw your left knee up towards you. Stretch your right leg long. Draw your left knee over towards the right. Bring your right hand to the top of your knee and deepen the twist. So your left arm is straight. You're looking down along the left arm. You're twisting deeply with your left knee over towards the right. Nice. Come all the way back up to center. Squeeze both knees up towards you. Hug them in. And you have the option of either bringing the soles of your feet together for relaxation, or have your knees bent with your feet flat on the floor, or your legs stretched out, or whatever version, or something underneath your knees, or if you have a bolster you can put it underneath you in some way, or see what you want to do as you settle into your relaxation. So just finding the resting in you, the easing in you, the pausing in you, as you drop into the floor, as you sink